Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rev Braxton Berkley, bringing you another edition of Afterthoughts, brought to you by the Good Samaritan House, a nonprofit organization. As always, we'd like to thank God once again for giving us the opportunity to come into your homes and into your living rooms with good news and glad tidings and positive information. And the scripture tells me that without vision, the people perish. And my guest today is Mr. Joe Edmonds, and he's certainly a man with vision, and it's really been a pleasure talking to him before the show came on. And Mr. Edmonds, welcome to Afterthoughts Production.
Thank you.
And we're in for a treat. He's the president director of the Black Inventors Technical Resources. And I'm going to read you something I very seldom do, something about Mr. Edmonds himself. And it says, about the director. Born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, Joe's experience in technical and mechanical product development began over 10 years ago in Redondo Beach, California, where he invented an all-purpose utility cart. Joe has worked in a technical advisory capacity on several in-house projects and is currently a board member and patent consultant for the Black Inventors Museum. Home to hundreds of black inventors and inventors nationwide, Joe's technical ability is enhanced by his keen sense of market analysis. He has managed to obtain research and development manufacturers and suppliers at the most cost-effective rates. For each part of production scale, his keen insight has led him to seek consultants to assist him in completing his management requirements and his business goals. Joe's tact, tenacity, and determination has brought him to the forefront of innovative product development. He assures need-fulfilling, economically scaled, profit-generating products coming into the market. His vision is to manage a fast-growing yet manufactured-oriented production company of inexpensive, quality-built, outdoor, recreational utility carts, as well as other useful, innovative consumer products. Recently, he has forged a partnership manufacturing. I've got to go back over that. Recently, he has forged a partnership manufacturing and producing a unique patterned sunshade, which is custom designed for automobiles. Joe's intent is to design and develop many different product lines which can be manufactured and distributed. Joe's financial philosophy is to spend little and accomplish a lot. Through his hard work, perseverance, and determination, Joe has gained the knowledge to teach others how to develop their ability and communicate on a we level rather than an I level. We're going to get into some of his inventions later on in the interview, but certainly his role as an educator, as a person that wants to help other inventors is well needed in our community. Besides putting a positive image out, you're putting an image out where there is help, where people thought there wasn't any help. A little about your background, your family, your wife, your children, something about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, and I moved out here in 1982 with my family. I have a wife, her name is Jewel. She's been with me for 26 years.
God bless you.
Thank you. As well as my son. I have a son, his name is Jody. He's 20 years of age, and he's also involved with a program, Family Matters. He's an extra on Family Matters, the show that comes on TV. So he's doing pretty well, and I have him with a pretty positive attitude. My wife has been very instrumental in what I'm doing because she's put up with what I'm doing.
Right.
That takes a lot, you know, that takes a lot.
Right.
So it's saying a lot for her at that point. And I'm out here trying to help inventors that don't have the knowledge. They need to seek the education to learn the things that they need to learn to move forward.
Right.
In order to move forward, you must know how to move forward.
Right.
That's my game. I know how to move forward.
Let me ask you a question. It's a very interesting question to myself. Basically, your answer to me and the viewing audience. When did you become aware of your talents and your ability to invent different things? Did something, could you just light come on your head one day? Or what, something had to happen to give you that confidence in yourself that you could actively pursue, think of an invention and pursue it and get it accomplished, get your job accomplished.
This is true. For some years back, I had came up with an idea when I was working for an automotive factory back in Detroit. And they had a suggestion box, and I suggested an idea to save some problems that were happening at the plant. I turned that particular idea in, To my known knowledge, they agreed as well. They said, this is a great idea, and we'll look into it further, which it didn't pursue. It didn't anything really happen out of it, but it opened up that door to curiosity to me.
Right.
So in return, years later, I came up with the idea. I was out to the beach, and I seen there was a need. People were carrying things and having a real big problem with it. So therefore, I said, heck, there should be some easier way to do this. The need came from the product called the Wheelie, the utility cart that I designed and operated.
We're going to show that in a minute, but did you have what type of opposition did you have when you took your invention, not the one that when you was working for Chrysler, but the utility cart? How long, from what time span did it take from conceiving the idea to actually seeing the product itself?
What I would say,
what type of experience was that for you?
It was a real experience, because
this is your first invention.
My first invention. I had no prior knowledge about invention whatsoever. So my first thing was to seek an individual that could teach or show me these things. So in return, I met a lawyer through my, just doing some different interviews through the phone books and things like that. I found this lawyer that was very helpful in telling me the things that I needed to know. But he wasn't helpful enough. I wanted to learn much, much more.
Well, let me ask you a question, how your train of thought. Monetary-wise, was it costing you money to actually get your product on the market?
Well, it doesn't cost any money to learn anything.
Okay.
And that's the key.
Okay.
We all can learn. So the first things is I look at, you have to educate yourself. Once that was established, the confidence was already built in.
Right.
So the money became a very small matter.
Okay.
Very small matter. But it was expensive.
It became a matter of time. You are the Black Inventors Technical Resources. You conceived this idea. Am I right? Or
That's correct.
Okay. The reason that this organization came into existence in your mind, why did it? Did you want to help other inventors?
Well, of course. And I had a lot of problems when it came to finding people that could actually help me. Most of my training came from basically reading and from actually hands-on.
Right.
So I learned the things that were necessary, and I knew that other inventors out there, especially black inventors, needed that particular help.
Right.
Because we don't have the resources or the information or the education about inventing. It becomes a real problem.
Your education, you naturally, I believe it's just a gift that you have, but you never went to college, you never...
No.
It just came naturally. We thank God for that.
That's true.
Some of the people that you help in your organization, you help artists, printers. Give us a
okay, well, for example, inventors, there's a lot of things that they need to know, such as we have technical drawers and technical writers, people that can do these things for you. All inventors need certain things has to be done, and you have to have the professionalism to do these things.
Right.
So therefore, you need to seek those people that can do those things for you. During my travels, I've met basically everybody that can do the things for you.
Okay.
So I have the resources for inventors to come through my organization and learn and educate themselves to do the things that they need to do to succeed. And knowledge is a key. It's the very key that opens up the door.
Knowledge is power. Without knowledge,
it's power. It's power.
Well, let me just read briefly off of some of the people that you have worked with in the past. In fact, I think it would be wise for you to read them off.
Okay. For example, we have prototype builders. Those are the people that can build the prototypes necessary for you.
What is explain to our viewing audience what a prototype is. Some of our viewing audience might not understand what a prototype is.
A prototype is a sample of your idea, your product, a physical product that you've put together, something that kind of demonstrates what it is, but maybe it doesn't have to be complete, but it has to be something that's a working model, we would call it.
Okay.
That's what a prototype consists of. And you need that before you even actually file for a patent application. You should.
So you have to have how many? You just need one or two or what?
Well, it depends on your concept.
Okay.
Basically, you only have one idea when you first start out.
Okay.
So you work that concept until it becomes workable enough that you can actually manufacture the product. It comes out of the prototype stage then and goes into the manufacturing.
The next one you'll see is patent consultants.
Yeah, that's what I do basically, because that's the root. Because patent consultants are someone that can teach and show you the fundamentals of patenting. So therefore you have a general idea on how to proceed and how to be successful at what you do. Because if you're not armed and you don't have the sufficient ammunition, Say if I got an AK-47, I'm going out to all these ideas, and you got a BB gun, you're not going to get anywhere.
Right. It's
because you can't move forward. You don't have that momentum.
You go further to desktop publishers. What is that all about?
All right, desktop publishing is something new for advertisement. It's a inexpensive way for an inventor to get his brochures, his letters, and all those things put together.
Oh, okay.
So it becomes a very, very crucial thing for an inventor, so that your literature comes out properly.
The next one, the blueprint draftsman. What do? You surround yourself with. Do you actually do all this?
I surround myself with all these talents.
Right. That's what I was getting.
And I direct these individuals to the inventors.
Right.
And refer them.
So in other words, you have a pool of all of these different types of talents you could tap into any
resources.
any given moment. The video production artists. They do what type of invention could you get with a video production artist?
Video production, for example, in my product, there is a video that I have for my product, which goes on TV whenever I get to advertise it. So some products that you have really need to be seen, actually functioning.
All right.
So if you can find a company that does video productions, they can get your product and put it into the video stages where it can be actually shown throughout. So therefore it becomes a tool, a marketing tool for the inventor. It needs those tools.
A registered patent attorney. Now, what is a registered patent attorney? What is, when you say registered, it brings a key, turns on a signal in my life. What's the difference between a patent attorney and a registered
patent let's put it like this. A registered patent attorney is exactly what he says. He's registered with the bar to teach and law for patents. But you also have what they call a patent agent, which has the same capabilities, but he's about $2,000 less expensive. As well as the only thing that he can't do that an attorney can do is just go to court for you. So in your case, when you're first starting out, you need an agent. You don't need an attorney. What
would I need a agent for? Because he would actually handle all of my paperwork, all of my legalities. He would make sure that nobody stole my idea. Is that what it's all about?
Well, actually, you're supposed to check on that, but let's look at it like this. An agent, what he does is that he's able to take everything that you have collectively gathered and you present it to him. Then he can put it into the proper terminology for the patent. It's a very complicated system, the patent system is. So I definitely recommend that no matter what you do, no matter how educated you are, that you get an attorney, which is a patent agent, to oversee what you're doing.
What you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking about the question I asked you when the show first began. I don't think I've got a concrete answer. From your first patent, your first invention, how long did it take you to get it from day one to, do you remember, to the market?
Of course I remember.
And what type of trials and tribulations? We went astray on that. Did you have to go through?
4 years. Basically, it taken me to get the product from out of my head, off of the paper, and to have the prototype.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why did it take so long? Was it red tape or what was it?
Lack of knowledge.
Okay.
That's why I'm so stressed on telling everybody, learn the knowledge that you need. You
At one point, did you become frustrated with, even though you knew it was a good idea, did your tenacity just keep you going, moving forward?
I definitely have patience.
You have patience.
You have to have patience.
Yeah, well, I just happened to think about that because I wanted to get an answer to that, because I'm more than sure to our viewing audience that there's some young inventors out there, possibly some elderly inventors out there that are possibly frustrated. And that's what Afterthoughts Production, that's what this show is all about. It's an introductory, who you are and what you do. And we are here to help, and you advised me in the green room that sometime that you give consulting service to people free of charge. Feel free to contact Rev Braxton Berkley at 818-899-7846 and give us a call. And I know Mr. Edmonds will help, and we'll help. In fact, we're going to do a series of shows on this same idea that we're speaking on now. And I will be glad to formulate a panel with you and Mr. Jackson and Mr. Parker and Dr. Bath, and possibly we can help some young person out there that really has something good to offer, but he's frustrated. He's to the point where possibly he's been working on it 2 or 3 years, and he just about to give up. We're here for you, so get in touch with us.